is Linda Johnson, and this is my 5th year doing Saluting New Readers. Today, my 2nd graders at Nevada City Elementary are going to be reading to you, and I really hope you enjoy it. This is such a great project that Jerry Martin helps us with every year. Thank you.
My name is Teresa, and I'm going to read Winter Rabbit by Patrick Gee. It's snowing, Bear. It's snowing, Squirrel. Shall we build a friend's squirrel? Okay, Bear. First the body, and here's his head. Look, Squirrel, he's a rabbit, a winter rabbit. 2 round stones for his eyes and a great big smile. Look, Bear, he's finished. We have a friend. He has come to play with us before our winter sleep, Bear? Yes. Hello, Rabbit. Bear and I need to eat before our winter sleep, Rabbit. Squirrel needs nuts and I like fish. Here's a carrot for you, Rabbit. But it's too hard for him to eat, Bear. Then I'll make a snow carrot for him. Look, Bear, he loves it. Let's take him to the ice pond, Bear. Do you think he can skate, Squirrel? Try to stand up. He can do it. Oh, Squirrel, look at him. Hooray! Look, Squirrel, someone else has been here, and they're throwing snowballs. Let's get them. Ready, aim, fire. Thud. It's our friends, the polar bears. What can you do in the snow, Rabbit? What's he doing? Come on, everyone, let's try it too. Snow angels. Time for a last ride. Rabbit, whoosh. Goodbye, polar bears. What a wonderful day, Rabbit. We're tired now, Rabbit. It's time for our long winter sleep. Sleep tight, Bear. Sweet dreams, Squirrel. Goodbye, Rabbit. See you next winter. Thank you for listening to me read.
Oh, sit down, sit down.
Hi, my name is Erica, and I am going to read Winter Wonderland. What? Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening, a beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in the winter wonderland. On our way in the blue, here's the fair and neighbor. He sings a song as we go along. Walking in the winter wonderland. In the meadow, we can build a snowman. Then pretend. Build a snowman, then pretend that he is a Parson Brown. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made. Walking in the winter wonderland. In the meadow, we can build a snowman and pretend that he's a circus clown until the other kitties knock him down. When it snows, it's so thrilling, though your nose gets a chilling. We'll frolic and play the Eskimo way, walking in the winter wonderland. Thank you for listening to me read.
and I'm gonna read Thomas 2 pages of Thomas and the Magic Railroad by Britt Offcroft. Thomas the Tank Engine is a little blue engine who lives on the island of Sodor. He has many engine friends, and they all try to be really useful. There was harmony on the island of Sodor until one day a mean diesel engine arrived. He was called Diesel 10, and he hated steam engines. "Get out of my way, you puffballs," he growled as he sped past Thomas and Gordon the express engine. "When I'm done with my part, you'll be nothing but useless scrap." Thomas was scared of Diesel 10, but he knew he had to be a brave little engine. Far away from the island of Sodor, across a wide ocean, and on the overside of Muffle Mountain was the town of Shanghai. And there was the former Mr. Conductor, who comes and goes in gold dust. Mr. Conductor was getting ready for a trip to the island of Sodor on the Magic Railroad. The Magic Railroad was a conductor family secret. The engines were very glad to see their friend Mr. Conductor. He will take care of them while Sir Topham Hatt, the railroad director, went on vacation. But Diesel 10 had other plans. I'll soon settle Twinkle Toes with my claw, he snarled. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to hear the story ends, check out your local library.
Sit down.
Hi, my name is Nate. I'm going to read Harry and the Terrible Watson. I knew there was something terrible down in the cellar. I just knew because the cellar was dark and damp and it smelled. Don't go down there, I told my mother. Why? She said. There is something terrible down there. I have to go down there in the cellar, she said. We need a jar of pickles. She never believes me. I waited and waited and waited. And the cellar, at the cellar door, she never came back up. Someone had to do something, so I took a broom and went down the cellar steps. It was very black and gloomy. It smelled. Now there is something here. I called out. What did you do with my mother? They saw. Then I saw it. A double-headed, three-clawed, six-toed, longhorned Watson. It was hiding behind the furnace. Where is my mother? I asked it.
The last time I saw your mother was what it said. She was over by the pickle jars. Right. Thank you for letting me read. Thank you for letting me read. If you want to hear the rest of the story, check it out at your local library.
Hi, my name is Caitlin, and I'm going to be reading The Mitten by Jan Brett. Once there was a boy named Nicky who wanted his new mittens named from wool as white as snow. At first, his grandmother, Baba, did not want to knit white mittens. If you drop one in the snow, she warned, you'll never find it. But Nicky wanted snow white mittens. Finally, Baba made them. After she finished, she said, when you come home, first I will look to see if you are safe and sound. But then I will look to see if you still have your snow white mittens. So Nicky went off, and it wasn't long until one of his new mittens dropped in the snow and was left behind. A mole, tired from tumbling along, discovered the mittens and burrowed inside. It was cozy and warm, just the right size, so he decided to stay. A snowshoe rabbit came hopping by. He stopped for a moment to admire his winter coat. It was then that he saw the mitten. He wiggled and peed first. The mole didn't think there was room for both of them, but when he saw the rabbit's big kickers, he moved over. Next, a hedgehog came snuffling along. Having to spend the day looking under wet leaves for things to eat, he decided to move into the mitten and warm himself. The mole and the rabbit were bumped and jostled, but not being the ones to argue with someone covered with prickles, they made room. As soon as the hedgehog disappeared into the mitten, a big owl, attracted by the comment, swooped down, and when he decided to move in also, the mole, the rabbit, and the hedgehog grumbled. But when they saw the owl's glinty talons, they quickly let him in. Up to the snow appeared a badger. He eyed the mitten and began to climb in. The mole, the rabbit, and the hedgehog, and the owl were not pleased. There was no room left, but when they saw his big diggers, they gave him the thumb. It started snowing, but the animals were snug in the mitten. A waft of warm steam rose in the air, and a fox trotting by stopped to investigate. Just the sight of him in the mitten made him feel drowsy. If you want to know how the story ends, thank you for listening to me read. If you want to know how the story ends, check it out at your local library.
Hi, my name is Rita May, and I'm going to be reading Polar Bear by Bill Martin and Eric Carle. Polar Bear, what do you hear? I hear a lion roaring in my ear. Lion, what do you hear? I hear a hippopotamus snorting in my ear. Hippopotamus, what do you hear? I hear a flamingo flutting in my ear. Flamingo, what do you hear? I hear a zebra braying in my ear. Zebra, what do you hear? I hear a boa constrictor hissing in my ear. Boa constrictor, what do you hear? I hear an elephant trumpeting in my ear. Elephant, what do you hear? I hear a leopard snarling in my ear. Leopard, what do you hear? I hear a peacock yelping in my ear. Peacock, what do you hear? I hear a walrus bellowing in my ear.
Walrus, walrus, what do you hear? I hear a zookeeper whistling in my ear. Zookeeper, zookeeper, what do you hear? I hear children. Growling like a polar bear, roaring like a lion, snorting like a hippopotamus, slutzing like a flamingo, braying like a zebra, hissing like a boa constrictor, trumpeting like an elephant, snarling like a leopard, yelping like a peacock, bellowing like a walrus. That's what I hear. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Connor. This one. Dog. I'm reading Dogzilla, written by Dave Pilkey. It was summertime in the city of Massopolis, and mice from all corners of the community had come together to compete in the first annual barbecue cook-off. As the cook-off got underway, smoke from the hot grills lifted the irresistible scent of barbecue sauce over the rooftops of the city. A gentle wind carried the mouth-watering smell into the distance right over the top of an ancient crater. Before long, a strange and mysterious sound was heard. Sniff, 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 sniff. All at once, the volcano began to tremble. And suddenly from the very depths of the earth came the most terrifying creature ever known to mankind, the dreadful Dogzilla. Immediately, soldiers were sent out to stop the mighty beast. The horrific troops were led by their brave commanding officer, the Big Cheese. "All right, you old flea bag," squeaked the Big Cheese. "Get those paws in the air. You're coming with us." Without warning, Thank you for listening to me. If you want to know how the story ends, check it out at your local library.
When summer began, I headed out west. My parents had told me I needed a rest. Your imagination, they said, is getting too wild. It will do you some good to relax for a while. So they put me aboard a westbound train to visit Aunt Fern in her house on the plains. But a wild looking crowd, their manners were rough and their voices were loud. "I'm trying to get to my aunt's house," I said, but they carried me off to their cow camp instead. The cattle boss growled as he told me to sit. "We need a new cowboy. Our old cowboy quit. We could sure use your help. So, what do you say? I thought for a minute. Then I told him, okay. Then I wrote to Aunt Fern so she'd know where I'd gone. I said not to worry, I would be along. I wouldn't be alone. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to hear the ending of this book, check it out at your local library.
My name is Kelly and I'm going to read Today I Feel Silly and Other Moods That Make My Day. Today I feel silly. My mom says it's the heat. I put rouge on the cat and gloves on my feet. I ate noodles for breakfast and pancakes at night and just like a star and was quite a sight. Today my mood's bad. I feel grumpy and mean. I picked up my room. It still isn't clean. I forgot to feed Franny and water the fern, and the cocoa I'm making is starting to burn. Today I'm angry. You better stay clear. My face is all red. My face is all pinched and red ear to ear. My feelings. My friends had a play date. They left me out. My feelings are hurt. I want to shout. Today my mood's joyful. My mood is first rate. My friend's sleeping over. She said she can't wait. My freckles are popping. The sun is so bright. I ran in the relay with all of my might. Today I'm confused. My life's getting hairy. Sam says he's my boyfriend, but he also likes Mary. My mom told my father he might be a dad. I might get a brother. I'm sure I'm not glad. Today I'm quiet. My mom understands. She gave me 2 ice creams and then we held hands. We went to the movies and then had a bite. I cried just a little and then felt all right. Today I'm excited. There's so much to do. I'm going to sell cookies and lemonade too. I'm starting a club to clean up the park and I've got a big crush on my teacher Nina. Thank you for letting me read. If you want to hear the rest of the book, check it out at our local library. My name is Eve and I will be reading Emily and the Snowflake by Jan Wall, illustrated by Caroline Uwe. It was the morning before Christmas and no snow had fallen yet. Emily Rosebush bundled up warm. She gazed at a broad, mysterious sky. The sky seemed to be one huge cloud. There must be a hole up there, Emily said to herself. Soon maybe a snowflake will fall and I will catch it. Inside the house, her mother, Mrs. Rosebush, marched back and forth. She was busy hanging mistletoe and green fir branches. Emily, why don't you go outside, her mother had said. You just might find the first snowflake. That was a good idea. At noon, her father returned carrying a brown box with small holes. Emily pretended not to see him. Shift it to his other side. She kept studying the silver sky. What are you looking for? Asked Mr. Rosebush. The first snowflake, said Emily. I'm a snowflake keeper, number 1, an important job. She showed him a small blue tin box. When it falls, she said, I will catch it in this. Ah, best of luck, replied her father, and he hurried into the house with the brown box. Everybody was in a crazy hurry on the day before Christmas, wrapping or hiding things. But Emily stood outside, waiting to do her special job to catch the first snowflake. Overhead, the sky hung thick as gray wool. At last, the very first snowflake twinkled down. "Come here, Emily," ordered. The flake failed to listen. Quickly, she bobbed about the yard. Without a sound, the snowflake landed in her box. She snapped the lid shut. Snowflake keeper number 1 rushed into the house to show it off. Her father gave an odd cough. "Oh, we didn't hear you." Her mother's hand was on the knob to the cellar door. Emily almost didn't notice. "I have it," Emily squealed, opening the box. Both parents peeked in. "A lovely drop of water," said her father. "Yes, a fine drop," echoed her mother. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to know how the story ends, check it out at your local library.
Tut's Mummy. Hi, my name is Zach, and this story is called Tut's Mummy, Lost and Found by Judy Donnelly. Chapter 1, the King is Dead. Tutankhamun is dead. The boy king is dead. The news travels through Egypt. King Tutankhamun was only 18 years old. His wife and family are very sad to lose him, but the Egyptians are glad for their king. They believe his spirit will travel to a wonderful place, the land of the dead. There the king will do all the things he loved to do when he was alive. He will test and play games. He will go hunting and fishing. His spirit will be happy forever. King Tutankhamun will need many things. In the land of the dead, he will need food and furniture and clothing. He will need games and jewelry. All these things must be buried with him. Most of all, the king will need his body. The Egyptians believed a spirit cannot live on without its body, so dead birds are dry out to last forever. They are turned into mummies. Come to the place they say prayers for the king, then they dry out the king's body. They use a special kind of sackcloth. It takes many days. The mummy is wrapped in yards of fine cloth. More than 100 jewels and charms are tucked in the cloth. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to hear the rest of this story, you can check it out at your local library.
Hi, my name's Ian and I'm gonna read The Little Apple. Look at this little apple. It's so round and smooth and pretty. Some
Some apples are red, others yellow or green, and some are all three. Apples are sweet, juicy, and very good for you. Even birds know that. If you cut open an apple, you will discover there's a little star in it hidden inside. In this little star are the brown apple pebbles. If you plant one of the little pebbles in damp either it wakes up, it swells and buggles, then takes his root, and a should grow out of it. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to check out more, you can check it out at your local library.
Hi, my name is Terry. I'll be reading Annie Banana. Annie Banana, my best friend, said we would be friends to the end. Made me brush my teeth and sign my name in conference book. Tied my brother to the trees, made me tickle bumblebees. Promised we would always play, now Annie Banana's going away. Annie Banana wouldn't be Annie Banana if it weren't for me. She was in from outer space. I scrubbed the freckles off her face, made her brow half inch taller, shrunk her ears, made her feet small. Brought her out for all to see, Princess Annie Banana. Annie Banana, do you think it's good leaving your whole neighborhood? Who will feed your porcupine? Who will swing from your clothesline? How can you just go away? What about my 6th birthday? Annie Banana, do not cry. Even best friends say goodbye. Make some new friends. Try to write. And when you are in bed at night, remember, you will never, ever, ever find a friend who's not as clever. You will never, ever find someone who's as sweet and kind. No, you'll never, ever, ever, never, ever, never find another friend like me. You will. Oh, yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to me read.
Hi, my name is Carlin, and the book I'm going to read is called Guess How Much I Love You by Samet Burton, illustrated by Anita Jerman. Little Nut Brown Hare, who was going to bed, held on tight to Big Nut Brown Hare's very long ears. He wanted to be sure that Big Nut Brown Hare was listening,
Guess how much I love you, he said. Oh, I don't think I could guess that, said Big Nut Brown Hare. This much, he said. Little Nut Brown Hare, said Little Nut Brown Hare, stretching out his arms as wide as they could go. But Big Nut Brown Hare had even longer arms. But I love you this much, he said. That is a lot, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. I love you as high as I can reach, said Little Nut Brown Hare. I love you as high as I can reach, said Big Nut Brown Hare. That is very high, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. I wish I had arms like that. Then Little Nut Brown Hare had a good idea. He tumbled upside down and reached up the tree trunk with his feet. I love you all the way up to my toes, he said. And I love you all the way up to your toes, said Big Nut Brown Hare, swinging her up over his head. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to know how the story ends, check it out at your local library. Hello, my name is Henry. I'll be reading Real Life Monsters. What's that dark red flood spreading across the ground? Is it blood? And what's that crackly, hissing sound? Is it rain pattering through the trees? No, it's 2 million army ants on the march in search of food. That's more than all the people in New York City. They follow like a slow-moving river across the forest floor, moving about 60 feet an hour. Army ants work together to circle and trap an enemy, then they attack from all sides. Whoopie-doops. Whoop. This is a life-size army ant. Would you guess it looks small, harmless? Guess again. For its size, this is the most powerful insect in the world. One bite can snap off a grasshopper's leg or cut a tiny gash in a snake or a person. Army ants eat only live, fresh food that they catch and kill. A swarm can tear whole cows to pieces within minutes. Army ants even attack humans. A hungry swarm of army ants will eat anything alive in its path. So when the ants go marching 1 million by 1 million, you better get out of their way. If you want to hear the rest of the story, please check it out at your local library.
Hi, my name is Madison, and I'm going to be reading Pal and Sal. Pal is the lipperless pony at the Star Ranch. All the big horses are too busy to play. So Pal runs in the field alone. He jumps over logs alone. He swims in the pond alone. It is not much fun. Pal wants a friend to play with. His dad, Billy, has come to live on the ranch. His dad is a cowboy. One day, Billy rides Pal to school. When they get there, Billy leaves Pal in the field. Be good, Billy says to Pal. Wait for me here. Pal waits. He nibbles some grass. He swishes his tail. He tries to be good, but there is nothing to do. So Pal trots over to the window. He peeks in. There is Billy, and there are Billy's friends. Pal wants a friend too. The children see Pal. Look, they say, Pal wants to come to school. But the teacher says,
School is for children, not for ponies. She takes Pal back to the field. Stay here, Pal, she says. The next day, Billy rides Pal to school again. This time there is a surprise for Pal. Look, Pal, says Billy, Kate owed Sal to school. Now Pal and Sal run in the field together. They nibble grass together. They swish their tails together. Nibble, nibble, swish, swish. After school, Kate goes home with Billy. Billy and Kate play together. And so do Pal and Sal. They jump over logs. They swing in the pond. Pal is not alone anymore. Pal has a pal. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me read.
Sit down, sit down.
Hi, my name is Abby and I'm going to be reading Lost. I'm walking down the street when I hear someone crying. It's a bear. He looks lost and afraid. The tall buildings scare him, and he's never seen so many people. Don't worry, I tell him. The buildings won't hurt you, and most of all, the people are friendly. How do you get here? I ask. I climbed in to have a nap, he explains, and when I woke up, I was lost. I will help you. Tell me where you live. There are trees where I live, he tells me. So we find some trees. More trees, he says, and water. I take him to a place where there are more trees and water, too. No, he says, this is not it either. I have an idea. Follow me, I say. I take him to a tall building. We go inside, get on the elevator, and ride all the way to the top. From up here, we can see the whole city. Look, I say, now we can find your home. There it is, he says, pointing. Down we go, across the streets and into the park. The park is not the bear's home after all, but he likes it there. We go for a boat ride, we have lunch, and we go to the playground. We are having a good time, but it is getting late, and the bear is still lost. Let's try the library, I tell him. We can find anything here. Inside the library, we look through lots of books. The bear sees a picture that looks like his home. We find a place on the map and hurry outside. Thank you for listening to me read. If you want to hear the rest of the story, check it out at your local library.
We love reading!
What do you love?
Reading!
And where do you go to school?
NCE!
And what grade are you in?
2nd grade!
And what do you love?
Reading!
Hip hip hooray!
Hip hip hooray!
Hip hip hooray!
Hip hip hooray!